What's up and good morning, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, I've shown this in a previous video, and some of the joys of owning a ranch with animals that free roam all over the place is you're constantly coming up with solutions to problems that they find or that they create. And well, again, I've shown this in another video, but the donkeys have decided it is now time to start eating the house. You know, the house has been here 40 years, and apparently before then the house didn't taste good, but now the house tastes good. So the donkeys have been gnawing on the front posts here, which are pretty substantial 8x8 posts, which are not cheap. You can see pretty much every post going down the line here has had some type of chewing going on. So the donkeys have all been hanging out underneath this overhang when it's been raining. And I saw a little bit on one of the posts, and I'm like, they're just scratching themselves on it. Once the rain stops, they'll be out there. I mean, we've got acres and acres and acres and acres for them to play on. But then I noticed one day I came out and old Willie was out here, and I saw him just straight up chewing on the post. And I'm like, you son of a gun. They're like legit gnawing on and trying to eat the house. And the posts are one thing, we can, you know, doctor up and fix the post. But then I noticed they started eating the wood around the front door, which that's not very easy to replace. And when I first talked about it, a lot of you guys were like, well, you know, they need salt licks, they need something to do. We've got salt licks scattered around the property for them. And they've got acres and acres and acres and acres to go play on, chew on, mess with, whatever it may be. For whatever reason, the flavor of the week was the posts in our front yard. We're gonna solve that issue today. Part of our solution is sitting right here in the back of Papa Ryno's F450. We've got some half block here, some U block that we're gonna be forming 16-inch columns around all of these posts, but we're only gonna come up to about 4 foot or so. Now granted, can the donkeys reach higher than 4 foot? Yes, they can, but I think this is gonna discourage them enough from chewing on the wood. Plus I'm gonna spray some anti-chew spray on the rest, and hopefully like that just does away with this issue. Now, obviously we've got a ton of posts that we're gonna have to wrap, and while we should be working on the guest house project, this is kind of a priority because I currently have all the donkeys penned up right now, and you know, we don't like to pen our animals up for very long. So I want to get this done, that way the old donkeys can get released. These two front columns right here though, these ones we're gonna take all the way up. I just feel like, you know, they're kind of the ones that surround the front door. They should go all the way up. I just think look-wise, you know, look-wise, I think it'll be cool. Don't know till we do it, but I think that'll be all right. And then once we get these in, we're gonna end up wrapping them in some type of stone or something. I haven't really got that far in my brain yet. I don't think stucco's the right answer because the donkeys can rub on stucco. And then at that point, like, we're back to this issue, except we have block exposed because the donkeys rub the stucco off of it. So Big Walt's kind of been the Lone Ranger out here because all of his donkey buddies have been locked up. Hello, Big Wall. I feel like he's kind of enjoying being out here though, you know? No donkeys bugging him. He gets first dibs on all the nice green stuff that's starting to grow. So these are all the culprits here. Hello, hello all of you. Yes. No more chewing on the house, okay guys? Oh, I know, you guys aren't happy. You guys aren't happy. Hey, that's me. You're not supposed to chew on me. And then we got Willie and Bubbles, even though Bubbles is just hanging out here with Willie. He can obviously walk out of this animal pen anytime he wants to. That's Bubbles' pen, right? Wait. Can you see my hand? Right there. Right. So hopefully today we get enough of the columns done to where we can release the troublemakers from jail and, you know, let them go back to their normal life. Now, eventually the plan is to fence the house off from the rest of the property. That's like my long-term main goal, but I've already got one quote. I'm gonna get another quote on that fencing, and it's many thousands of dollars. And currently all my money is going into the guest house right now, so I don't know if that's gonna happen as soon as I would like it to. So we got Avo and Papa here today. I don't think we're gonna get them all built today, but it's gonna give you guys kind of an idea of what we're planning on doing. Obviously, wrapping wood isn't the greatest idea. Ideally, these would have been pre-built, filled with concrete, and then our post would have gone from the top of there up. But since this is already in, and the good thing is no water ever really gets here other than if you're hosing off the patio, which the water's gonna get to the post anyway. I don't anticipate these things rotting away for another 20, 30 years. I mean, these things are pretty dang stout, other than they're not really donkey proof. So lighting wise is like the worst place in the house to film because you got really bright out there, which makes me really dark. So trying to film these columns isn't super fun, but here's kind of what the finished product's gonna look like for now until we do some type of surface treatment, whether it be stone. Again, I don't think stucco is the right idea for here because the animals are just gonna rub up against it and tear the stucco up. So I'm thinking we're gonna go with some type of stone. I haven't really decided what yet, and if you guys have ever bought stone, you know it is insanely expensive. All the columns are getting cranked out here, starting to look really good. Me personally, I would like to keep them at about that height. I think that height would look a little bit better because it allows more post coming out of it. But in the sake of, you know, donkeys not eating these things, we kind of have to come up to this height. So the boys are cranking down the line here. What we are doing though is we are wrapping all the posts in some building paper to the height of the block, which you saw on that block over there. And we'll do the same over here for these center columns. Not 100% sure if we're gonna grout these or not. I don't really want to encase the wood in concrete. Check out this little trick. If you guys are ever doing anything on concrete that you want to protect, you can put down paper, you know, to keep the concrete clean, or all you gotta do is take a little bit of dirt and you just spread a nice thin layer of dirt, and then anything that slops off of there, whether you're doing tile, mortar, block work, whatever it may be, it'll just fall on the dirt. And then you just come by later once everything dries up with a shovel and a broom and you clean it all up and you're good to go. Now we're gonna leave the guys to do their awesome job down there getting those columns all nice and wrapped. And we gotta go get some flooring for the guest house because again, we're kind of in a time crunch here. I mean, we're past the time we should have been done. But I would absolutely hate to be going through like a main home renovation right now because there's so much slim pickings out there in terms of materials, products, whatever it may be, that you kind of just have to settle. And for the guest house, it's not that big a deal. I don't mind settling for, you know, something close to what I want. We're gonna get our square footage measured up here, and then we're gonna go pick up Chris. We're gonna go head to some flooring stores and hopefully end up with some flooring today because we kind of have to. So this place works out to be about 800 square feet. And take a look now, guys, that the paint is up, all the tape is down, everything is nice and touched up. Look at that beautiful window, look at that view. That's $1 million view out of a guest house. Oh man, I'm excited to see this thing finally getting some of the hopefully finishing touches, we're gonna call it. Now my only other problem this morning is I've got some double stacked OBSs right here, and albeit I could probably get this one out if I needed to, but the single cab's blocking it. I would like to move the single cab, but I can't find the key to the single cab. And I'm not a key loser. I am so good about my keys. And the only problem with the single cab key is there's nothing else on it. It's just the single cab ignition key, that's it. So if there was one that was gonna get lost, it's gonna be that one. Also, apparently the Peacocks think they're gonna be the new tenants. Are you guys trying to move in or what? Y'all better start paying some rent around here. All I do is clean up after you guys poop. Well, screw it. I can't find the keys. So we're gonna have to do a 42-point turn to get out of here because we're kind of wedged in by the fence of the guest house and the OBS right there. Back around up, back around up. Don't hit the house. And we are out of here. First, we gotta make us a little pit stop though at Das Wiener, because it's never too early for a corn dog. It's definitely no fun ordering a drive-thrus with a loud 7.3 running, but we'll make do. Yeah, 2 of those. And that's it. Thank you. Woo, we should have done the 5 corn dogs for $6.95 deal right there. Now I will say I'm a hot dog on a stick guy. I'm not a wiener schnitzel corn dog guy, but in a pinch, it'll do.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
No problem.
The good old wiener schnitzel corn dog. Looks just like the ones you get in the microwave. Oh well. Yeah, I hate to say it, but those corn dogs sucked. Oh ho ho, what do we have here? What up, boys? Was he your newest employee?
He works very hard around here.
He looks useless.
He always is.
Dang, Genesis, do you tell him we wear work boots now?
I got it for Christmas.
I mean, they're more decorative boots, but...
They don't work well for detailing though. My feet hurt.
That's why you gotta wear these.
Are you students?
Waterproof, water resistant. You know?
Oh, you can't do on puddles in those, I heard?
Nobody's seen this on the channel yet, bro.
What?
Nobody's seen it on the channel.
What?
You can drive.
Oh yeah.
No more having to chauffeur you around.
Thank God.
Right?
Tired of hearing you complain.
Good. I complained enough. Apparently you started driving. So our goal today is to find a somewhat decent looking floor that's, number one, gonna kind of look good in the house, but number 2 is in stock, and that's, you know, we're on place number 2 so far. Try to find some flooring in stock. This doesn't look like a place that has it in stock. Jeez. Almost knocked over a whole display. Chris, we got kicked out. Apparently, can't buy flooring without a mask on, so we know where we're never coming again. On to the next store. All right, stop number 3. Let's see if we get kicked out of this one. Bro, right here, man, look at that. 79 cents a square foot, that's what we're looking for.
Get some carpet. I'm telling you, we should just do carpet.
Carpet the whole thing?
Yeah, in the bathroom.
Kitchens, bathrooms, everything, carpet. I respect it. Come on, buddy. Okay, stop number 4. See a giant sign that says all customers will wear masks. We'll see how far we get. Worst case scenario, there's a 7-Eleven right there, so my man's Chris is gonna get fed. Taquitos, pizza, chicken wings, chips, cheesy bread, Slurpee, egg roll. We made it, bro. We made it. Wait, hurry up, run to the back of the store so they can't stop us. We ain't in the $10 a square foot section, buddy. We gotta go far from this section. Look at this bad boy right here.
There is nowhere near great.
I know it's not gray, but it's $1.49 square foot. Gray. What? It says 326, dog. Those big planks though. Looks good. Damn, look at those notches. Holy crap. Damn, that's some solid flooring right there. Jeez. I don't know, man. I see some $2 stuff over here. Clearance. How's this clearance is still almost $4 a square foot? Jeez. The world's gone crazy. What song you want to hear? Well, another swing and a miss. Very friendly staff though. So thank you to the girl that was helping us there, but just didn't quite have anything that fit our tastes or our needs. Again, we're trying to be within a somewhat tight budget, but still look halfway decent. I don't want it to look super cheap and cheesy. Now we got to give my man some food. This is luxurious fine dining right here.
Hell yeah, bro.
What do we got, man?
Oh, we got some Doritos.
Flamin' hot, Cool Ranch.
Look at that.
Woo!
See that crispiness?
Is that straight from Italy?
Straight from Italy.
All right, one bite. Everybody knows the rules.
Zero flop.
Okay, that's good.
Not bad.
Not bad?
Not bad.
Okay.
I'll give it a 3.6.
Oh, higher than I would have rated those corn dogs I ate earlier, let me tell you. Well, we went to another location of the store we were just at, and totally different vibe over there. They basically told us we ain't coming in without a mask. So we decided, you know what, screw it. I'm not supporting the big guys right now. We're supporting the small guys, which is what I prefer to do anyway. So we were at a small local shop that we've got some stuff from before. They happen to have something that, at this point, it's good enough. He's got it in stock. He's willing to work with us. So let's pick up some flooring. We've been in the store for 5 minutes. We already got the pallet getting loaded up. Alrighty, y'all. We are loaded up. We've got our flooring. Now, this flooring is a little more brown than I wanted. I wanted about as pure gray as we could get. So obviously everything in there is kind of gray on white on gray. Granted, it might look a little different inside the guest house than it does here in the shop, but we don't really get to be picky right now. Well, after a long day of floor shopping, we finally got the floor, so we're getting it all brought into the house right now. I don't know if I'm gonna show you guys this video, exactly the flooring that we picked, but we'll see by the end of the video. We did, however, go with the luxury vinyl tile, basically like the new gold standard of flooring, of cheap flooring, I should say. However, it is not that cheap. Now we've got a little bit more floor prep to do. I noticed in the bathroom over here, and no, the bathroom is not painted yet. Get to that in a second here, but that this corner over here had dropped just a little bit when we poured the self-leveler. There was just a tiny little hole, and that stuff's so thin that if it finds a hole, it's going down. So there's just a little dip in that corner. Decided, we'll mix up a little more self-leveler and we'll just get that corner all dialed in. Now I've gone ahead and laid out all of the ceiling fans that are gonna be going today because I just saw Daniel from Livewire Electric pull up. And today, hopefully, fingers crossed, all the electrical is gonna be done. So we've got this ceiling fan that's gonna go in this room, and it's gonna act as a fan and light in this room, because again, I didn't really feel like putting a bunch more can lights in there. Trying to stay on budget just a little bit. Ceiling fan's gonna be going in here. We got 4 can lights in the living room, 4 can lights in the kitchen. Then in the bigger bedroom here, we've got 4 can lights, as well as there's gonna be a ceiling fan going in here, but we had to move the original location to center it back up with the room, because obviously the center of the room shifted once we built out that closet. So the bracket and everything's up there. Daniel's just gotta pop his hole today. Now down here back at the main house, the guys are making great progress getting all of the columns done. Chavez is working on his last one right there on this whole face of the house. The front door ones that we decided to take all the way up, those are essentially done. We need to add one more course to that column right there, but I think it's gonna be a pretty cool look. I think it adds just enough like bulk to the columns. It kind of sizes them up instead of being just the 8x8s that they were. I don't like things super skinny, so some people were saying, oh, we should just wrap these and stucco just the actual posts themselves. But to me, anything stuccoed that skinny, it looks kind of cheap in my opinion, versus adding some bulk to it, adding some girth to it like we're doing with the block there. And then again, the plan currently is to stone it. What type of stone, I don't really know. Definitely not going to be matching this stone, which I'm sure was extremely expensive back in the time that the house was built, and they stoned the face of the house, the fireplaces, built all these walls around the house out of that stone as well. I'm sure there was some big money spent on the stonework here. Even this like walkway going up here is all out of that stone. Unfortunately, it's not my style, so we might at some point wire lath this and stucco over it. Now, while everybody's knocking out work on the guest house, on the main house, I figure I gotta, do something to stay out of their way. And I decided now's as good a time as any to start digging the footings for the backyard wall for the backyard that we're gonna be adding to the guest house. So we've hopped in the Mini X here, probably the first time we've been in it in a non-rainy day in a while. We're gonna go up right now, Papa Ryno's here, and we're gonna lay out exactly where we want that backyard perimeter wall to go.
That'll be the under the walls.
So we're going around right now. We're kind of marking off where I want the backyard to be. So you'll probably see this orange mark right here on the ground. So we're coming off about 15 feet from the original fence right there. We're going to come out with our block wall, which should give it, you know, at least where I come from, it's a much bigger backyard than my old house had. Pretty rad to have a guest house that's kind of more decked out than my first house was. On the side here, we're gonna come down this side of the house, and we're gonna come past this door about 4 feet, and the wall is gonna die in. And this door right here is basically gonna be your access into the backyard and out. We had originally planned on putting a door from like the living room area into the backyard, but the way that the house was built and the way that they had run shear on the walls, which basically they're like diagonal framing to keep the house from wanting to do this, we would have had to cut through that to put a door to the outside, and we didn't want to do that. So I think going through the garage to get to the backyard is not that big of a deal, especially considering you're gonna have a really good sized pimped out backyard. Now I need to jump on the Mini X and hog past where the wall is gonna go. So again, that's about where the wall is gonna be. I want to hog past it a little bit. We got to cut into this hillside and basically level this whole area out. So I think Papa Ryno went down to go grab the laser so we can get all this nice and level first. Then we're actually going to mark out and dig the footing. Now this isn't going to be a giant wall. It's going to be a little, probably 3 foot, maybe 4 foot wall over here. And then we're going to do wrought iron on top because I don't want you to lose the view. I don't want you to lose the animals being able to come up to the fence or anything like that. But I don't want dogs or anything that are in here to be able to get to the animals, if that makes sense. So I think a 4 foot wall with like 2 foot of wrought iron on top is going to be just the ticket for out here. So I went ahead and just kind of scraped and dug and kind of, not really leveled out, but got close enough to level here of where the wall is going to sit. We dug into the hillside right there a little bit. And you always want to dig a little bit further back than where the wall is going to sit. That way you have room to get behind the wall if you're going to waterproof it, and to give you room to put drains, gravel, and all that inside there. So essentially the wall is going to sit, I believe, about right here. No, jeez. Guys, I can't do anything out here without Spectre Bubbles showing up. Oh jeez, Bubbles, don't jump, buddy. Don't do it, man. It's not worth it. How's it looking, buddy? Look, man. Look, like, no, you don't want the delectable treat there. All right. Well, it looks like we've got the other inspectors out here, the guinea hens. I'm telling you guys, it doesn't matter where you're at on the property. If you're turning up fresh dirt, all those little boogers right there, they know about it, and they're gonna come play in it because they're looking for all the fresh bugs that we just dug up. Alrighty, y'all. So we've got everything marked out now. This is where the footing's gonna go. The wall's gonna be just a couple of inches inside of it because obviously footing goes a little bit past on both sides of the actual 8-inch block itself. So we got it coming off the wall here. It's gonna give a 12-foot side yard here, which I think is a little bit big, but Papa Ryno's like, you should go bigger. So we went bigger. So it's gonna be a really good sized backyard here. You can see it comes all the way up to the corner here. And then footing juts down that way. It's going to cross the front over there. Currently the access is going to be through the garage, but we're also, I believe, going to end up putting a wrought iron gate on the front here. It's going to basically be in line with this post. It's probably going to actually go around this post, and it'll come up to about here, and then that'll leave us room for a 4-foot wrought iron gate here. That way you can also access the backyard from the, I guess, the front of the house. It should. Now I had to go run a bunch of errands, and the guys are pretty much done for the day. So we're not going to dig the footings for that wall until probably the next video and / or tomorrow. But good news is columns are all up all the way down, even in the little parking area down there. And the other good news, probably my favorite news of the day, is I don't know if you guys can see that. Where is it? In the camera right there, somewhere out there. I see lights on in the guest house. So let's go check that out and see the progress those guys made. Oh, what a change, huh?
Almost there.
See some lights on, bro.
Come on in, check it out.
Oh yeah, it's plenty bright in here, huh?
Oh, yeah. So you got some dimmers over there.
Okay.
There for your pivot light. 3-way switches for your kitchen. Knocked out those holes for you.
Sweet, sweet. It looks
That's
good.
it. We're just wrapping up.
Fan looks good.
Fans installed over here. You got your remote. All your outlets are in.
Sweet.
Dimms down.
Now we got smoke detectors in.
Smoke detectors
looking good, looking good.
Yeah, we're pretty much just wrapping up. Just got a few more outlets and that GFI.
Sweet.
Got to mount this fan.
See, I wish like I didn't have to like paint before you did this, because it would have been really nice to paint with all this light in here.
Yeah.
Alright, this is rad. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's plenty of light. It's perfect.
Should it work if I hit this switch? Maybe. Top one, bottom one?
Yeah, it's the bottom one.
Bottom one? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Dang, it's official when you got a porch light.
Just gotta straighten it out a little bit.
Gotcha. Dude, I'm so stoked. Light's actually pretty bright.
Yeah.
I figured I was just buying the fan because it's a good looking fan. I'm never going to use the light, but actually pretty nice light on there. Sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick with that fireplace.
Right? Alrighty, also a huge thank you to Daniel from Livewire Electric. Again, if you guys are local, hit him up, livewireelectric.com. I don't know, Google him, you'll find him. He stays super late tonight to get all this knocked out. That way it's done, and we are ready to get the flooring installed in the next couple of days. Obviously, we got to get the footings dug, get the rebar in, and you know, we still got a lot to do, but we're making great strides. And just look at how like rad this place looks. I'm super, super stoked to see this come together. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you've not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button now. They do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka thumbs up. We're just check out workforapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you got to be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.